Federal government says Northeast not left out of the introduced Special Agro Processing Zones project. NDLEA sets a Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6. On NTA News 24, we're live in Abuja. I am Dennis Adegunloye. The federal government has denied the claim made by the National Assembly Caucus of the Northeast that states in the region have been excluded from the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone project. Abubakar Kyari, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, says that only 3 out of the 6 states expressed interest in participating in the project. Musa Baba Aliu has details.
The concept for the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone SAPZ was first developed in 2019. The initiative's first phase was launched in 2022 with financial support from the African Development Bank, the Islamic Development Bank, and the International Fund for Agricultural Development.
It is solely the discretion of the state to participate or not. And we have cases where states have not expressed interest.
Only 8 states, Kano, Kaduna, Kwara, Oyo, Ogun, Imo, Cross River, and the Federal Capital Territory met the established criteria to participate.
Upon receipt of the expression of interest, a joint team comprising the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, Federal Ministry of Finance, and the development finance institutions conducted a mission to each of the states to verify the fulfillment of the eligibility criteria as a selection process.
In the second phase of the program, 27 states expressed interest, but only 10 met the criteria. Among these, 3 states from the Northeast, Gombe, Borno, and Bauchi.
So the sweeping statement by the caucus that the Northeast was completely excluded is not correct. We are also confident that most states will do the needful to fulfill the eligibility criteria to enable us capture them in the second tranche funding of the phase 2. I therefore also want to appeal to the legislators, especially from the Northeast National Assembly caucus, to appeal to the other governors of the Northeast, namely Taraba, Yobe, and Adamawa, to reinvigorate their interest in the program and to ensure they fulfill the eligibility criteria for the second phase.
The minister stated that in addition to the SAPZ program, the federal government has provided targeted support for farmers in the Northeast and across the country. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has destroyed 1.6 million kilograms of assorted illicit drugs seized across Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo states, marking the largest single destruction in the agency's history. The destruction took place this Saturday along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Ogun State, with attendees including government officials, traditional rulers, clergymen, and community leaders. The destroyed substances included 123 kilograms of cocaine, 46.8 kilograms of heroin, 1.4 million kilograms of cannabis, and more. Statements by the Director of Media and Advocacy of the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, says the NDLEA chairman, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, retired, restated the agency's commitment to fighting drug trafficking. He stated that the volume seized serves as a reminder of the dangers of these substances to public health. Marwa warned traffickers that there will be no safe haven in Nigeria, reaffirming the government's determination to eradicate drug-related crime. He noted that in the past 4 years, the NDLEA has successfully prosecuted over 10,500 offenders. He expressed gratitude to Governors Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Dapo Abiodun and Seyi Makinde for their support. Dr. Ibrahim Abdul, representing Marwa, emphasized the need for transparency in the destruction process to combat drug trafficking effectively. Governor Abiodun, represented by AIG Olushola Sube, retired, commended NDLEA personnel for their professionalism in intercepting the illicit drugs. The House of Representatives Committee on Customs and Excise is proposing an amendment of the Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023 to provide a 4-year tenure for anyone appointed as Controller General of the service. Chairman of the committee stated this in Lagos when he led other lawmakers on an oversight visit to customs formations in Lagos. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikpen reports.
Meeting with officers and men at the Customs Federal Operations Unit Zone A Ikeja, the Chairman House Committee on Customs and Excise believes a proposed 4-year tenure for the Comptroller General of Customs would facilitate effective policy implementation and project execution.
Police now, once you become an IG, even though if your retirement day is tomorrow and they announce you today, you'll be there for 4 years. So we are going to amend that and put it there. Whoever becomes CG is 4 years. So that whatever policy he implements or is introducing, he can be there and nurture it to maturity.
Seizures by the Federal Operations Unit in the last 1 year include 6,000 pieces of donkey skin in a container valued at 6.7 billion naira, as well as vehicles impounded for evading import duties.
When we bring your vehicle here, we shall give you 30 days to come and present documents with respect of that consignment. So after 30 days, the law empowers us to take it to Federal Court for condemnation after seizure.
The customs controllers at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport acquainted the lawmakers with efforts at combating smuggling and protecting local industries.
That's why we are mentioning this. We need that scanning. Since FAN has not provided, those of us in customs and NDLA and DSS, we now improvise.
Some of the seized items this year include package of Nigeria immigration camouflage uniform.
The lawmakers were also at the Lekki Free Trade Zone, which has the Lekki Deep Sea Port that is fast becoming a maritime hub in Nigeria and West Africa.
The Lagos Free Trade Zone Customs Command, which oversees 15 free trade zones, attributed progress in trade facilitation and enforcement to interagency synergy.
We successfully intercepted 2 containers of tramadol and 1 container of unauthorized pharmaceutical products. These containers have since been handed over to NDLEA and NAFDAC.
That means we're in danger in this country if we don't bring this equipment quickly, like cannons.
The House Committee on Customs and Excise promises legislations towards modernizing customs infrastructure and enhancing border security. In Lagos, Mitaire Ikpen, NTA News.
The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations has appointed Yakubu Lamai, Director General of Strategic Communication and Events Management, to the Governor of Nasarawa State as co-chairman, in charge of content development and events works, team spokesperson of the National Planning Committee for the 3-in-1 hosting of the 2026 World Public Relations Forum, Silver Jubilee celebration of the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communication Management, and the African Public Relations Association Conference. The National Vice President of NIPR, Professor Emmanuel Dandaura, made this known when he presented the official letter of appointment to Governor Abdullahi Sule in his office. Dandaura lauded Lamai's professionalism in PR practice, thus making him best suited for the position. The National Planning Committee is responsible for delivering a world-class event that meets international standards, surpassing expectations and enhancing Nigeria's global reputation in general, and in particular, the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communication Management. Arrangements have been reached have reached an advanced stage ahead of the formal declaration by UNESCO General Assembly to endorse the establishment of the Category 2 Media and Information Literacy Institute in Nigeria. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris was at the UNESCO headquarters in Paris, France, where he assured of Nigeria's readiness and commitment. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
The famous phrase of an American baseball manager, Yogi Berra, "It is not over until it is over." That is the best way to describe the struggle by the Nigerian government desirous to actualize its plan to host the Media and Information Literacy Institute. This struggle began from the 2022 UNESCO Global Media and Information Literacy Week, hosted by Nigeria and subsequently endorsed by the resolution of the 216th session of the UNESCO Executive Board in May 2023. The current administration has inherited this cause with financial and infrastructure commitment to ensure seamless takeoff of the institute in Nigeria. The minister is not also relenting in engaging relevant stakeholders before the official confirmation of Nigeria's status to host the Media and Information Literacy Institute ahead of the UNESCO General Assembly that will be held in October 2024.
It's a worldwide institute, and this is the first time that the world is doing this, and it's going to be really very great that Nigeria is hosting it. Secondly, there is also the prospect of looking at the MIL cities, the Media Information Literacy cities. About 20 countries around the world have indicated interest to pilot this. And so we have also come here to express the readiness of Nigeria to have the Media Information Literacy City in Abuja, the first one in Africa. This will also go a long way in helping not just the young ones, everyone in the country to be more aware about the dangers of fake news.
So this is the concept, the idea of the concept of an MIL city. It's a city, it's an urban space that promotes media and information literacy, also among adults, not only the youth and pupils and students.
Nigeria had also played host to members of the UNESCO feasibility team, where they compare notes after reviewing Nigeria's proposal on the infrastructure provided for the takeoff of the institute.
It's a big deal for us at a time that this administration is carrying out a number of reforms to reposition Nigeria. We thought that this MIL Institute, if finally approved by the General Committee of UNESCO, will put Nigeria on a very great pedestal.
This is a final analysis and assessment of the process that started since 2 years now. The Honorable Minister has already and always reiterating the commitment of the government and Mr. President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, by providing all the necessary resources we need for this.
As a government image promoter, he reaffirmed the government's unrelenting efforts to guarantee press freedom and restore trust and credibility to government communications in Nigeria, and called for global support in the fight against fake news and disinformation. In Paris, France, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
Now towards proffering solutions to identify problems in the Nigerian context, the Association of Practicing Professional Project Managers of Nigeria, APMON, has unveiled its brainchild known as Aboki, APMON Body of Knowledge and Innovation. It is a tool that will be used by project managers to proffer solutions designed for Nigerian problems and challenges. The body focuses on harnessing the potentials of project management, and it stresses the project management is not limited to people in the construction industry, but is open to a variety of fields. Members encourage others to tap into this new innovation to elevate Nigeria to greater heights of successful project management.
Being trained on time about it and being able to put it into use, put the use of Aboki into their projects will help them cut off some mistakes that are inherent in projects of both seen and unforeseen, issues that might come up in their projects.
We look into the peculiarities of instances of project failures in Nigeria and come up with a tailored response to solve those challenges.
This is the News Desk at 6 on NTA News 24. More reports after this break. Stay with us. All right, we'll get a break to you subsequently. Let's crack on with the news. As Nigeria continues to revamp the economy, charity groups like the Fabulous Moms are doing their bit to support citizens as a way of giving back to society. It was for this reason that the Fabulous Moms held their annual relief outreach in Abuja and provided relief items to the less privileged. Daniel Adiriye tells us more.
It's a sunny weekend here in the nation's capital, but these women are relentless in effort to achieve this one goal. That is to show and spread love to the vulnerable and less privileged.
You can look around the environment here, you can see that most of these people are living from hand to mouth. So basically, they don't have anyone to support them. But through this avenue, we are reaching out to them, in as much as it's not so much, but the little we have, we're using it to support them.
We are all mothers and we feel that we should reach out no matter how little. And God has been faithful. We've been reaching out, we've been expanding, and we believe in the next future we could even do more than this.
From street beggars to aged women, there was an air of gratitude across board for the gesture shown by these fabulous moms.
May Almighty God not fail them. Their generation will never suffer. They will have people that will assist them in the mighty name of Jesus.
I feel very grateful because actually we need it too. So although it came by surprise, but I'm still grateful to God because He's in charge of every move that comes our way.
As you have come, may God protect you, take you to great heights, and may you live long to see your children's children.
God will help you. Amen. Thank you. Now good.
The Fabulous Moms Relief Outreach is an annual exercise and is the 8th in its series. In Abuja, Daniel Adiriye, NTA News.
All right, let's take that quick break now. We'll be back shortly.
Celebrate Ramadan with Bafi and enjoy up to 40% off on selected products from living room, dining room, bedroom, and royal sets. Pay less, save more, and refresh your home for iftar gatherings and cherished moments with family and friends. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online to enjoy our exclusive Ramadan sale. Let's make this Ramadan unforgettable.
Welcome back. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has concluded her two-day working visit to Taraba State with the launch of the Free to Shine Triple Elimination Campaign for the Northeast Geopolitical Zone. State House correspondent Sadini Taiwo reports that the First Lady also announced a donation of a mobile clinic to the state government by the Renewed Hope initiative.
I say I want to get married. I want to go to school. I want to have kids. He said, do you know you can achieve all those things? But standing here today to tell you for the past 19 years, today I've achieved all those.
They are victims and at the same time conquerors of HIV/AIDS. And here they are with their bold testimonies of how early access to diagnosis, robust support system, and non-stigmatization of victims can help reduce vertical transmission of the disease. While flagging off the Triple Elimination Campaign in Taraba State for the Northeast Zone, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu says the frontiers of awareness and action against HIV/AIDS, syphilis, and hepatitis is expanding across the country with the UNAIDS 95-95-95 target by 2030 in view.
The aim of this target is to see that 95% of the people who are living with HIV/AIDS know their status. 95% of those who are aware of their status are placed on life-saving antiretroviral treatment, and 95% of these people undergo treatment and achieve viral suppression, which means they cannot transmit the virus to others.
She harps on the need for critical stakeholders, including traditional and religious leaders and international partners, to support the campaign.
I rely on you all to do the needful. Also the wives of our service chiefs, you have a lot of women across the nation, and I know you are working on that already, but we can intensify our efforts. To our dear children and youth, this campaign cannot succeed without your involvement. You represent our future.
Now, for the two ladies that spoke out, and now they are free to shine, the government of Taraba State will be appointing special advisors in this field.
The 1.9 million Nigerians who have HIV can be rest assured that this government will work with partners that are willing to support.
Health is a means to everything we do, and health is outcome of everything we do in terms of development.
NACA, the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, is fully committed to your noble campaign, and we stand in solidarity with the Free to Shine initiative and the renewed agenda of Your Excellency.
Elsewhere in the state, the First Lady flagged off a mobile clinic and a free education program undertaken by the state government for basic and secondary schools in Taraba State. At the ceremony, she announced a donation of a mobile clinic by RHI to further assist the state in providing quality healthcare services to its rural and underserved communities. From Jalingo in Taraba State, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
Well, that report brings us to the end of the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Thank you for watching. I am Dennis Adigunloye.